Mr. Ing's class, we will greatly succeed. Intelligence we will breed and never ever cheat. And don't forget to show your work. Because when you get that 4.0, you'll have a huge smirk.
Hey math lovers, let's go over this Module 2 pretest. Question number 1, which expression is equivalent to negative 5 times 3y minus 7? Well, hopefully you recognize that it's right next to here, and there is no plus or minus, which means that it's multiplication. Another way of saying multiplication in this case is just to distribute. So if I distribute, you have negative 5 times 3y, and then negative 5, that's a 5, times negative 7. And this will give us negative 15y plus 35. And I cannot add the two of these together. It's like saying I have 15 Apple phones and 35 Android phones. We cannot say there's 50 Apple phones. We don't. So that would give us choice. C is our answer. Okay, question number 2. Use the distributive property, which I just demonstrated to you, so that's just multiplying, to write the expression without parentheses. So again, you're going to distribute the 1/4 to each of these. Think of it as Halloween. You're distributing the 1/4 to each of those, or passing out the candy to each of those. And this would be a 10 here. You can make each of these a fraction by just putting it over 1. And you can just multiply it across. So you have 8m over 4 minus 10 over 4. See, I'm just multiplying across here. And you could just multiply by or have them break them down into factors. 4 times 2 times m, 4 times 1, 2 times 5, and 2 times 2. So on the left side, I can cross off the 4's, because 4 divided by 4 is 1. So I'm going to get 2m. And on this side, you're going to have minus 5/2. And I need to give you multiple choice, but that's the answer. Okay, question number 3. Write an expression which could be used to represent the area of the rectangle. Area is filling in this whole area, like painting it, right? So select all that apply. So essentially area, another formula is length times width. Length, and some issues over here. Length times width. And you can call this one the length, this one the width. And what matters here is that you're just multiplying these. Okay, so far, A works, right? And if I distribute this, I'll get, or multiply, I get 24x. And then I distribute it again, so that'd be 8 times negative 4, which gives me negative 32. So that would be choice F. So A and F are your answers for question number 3. Okay, question number 4, there's 2. It says here, the first box, so this one right here. What is the sum? Well, sum is addition, to add these two together. So negative 13 plus negative 18. Notice they're both negatives. They're in the same team here, and then we're combining them. So I'm going to have negative 31 as my answer. Question 4b is, look at the second box. Okay, so what is the difference? Difference here means subtraction. So I'm going to put a big minus sign here. Then I have negative 13 minus 18. Well, what's going to happen here is this is called the opposite of a negative number. Opposite of negative 18 here is positive 18. So we have negative 13 plus 18. the positives, there's more positives than there are negatives. There's 18 positives and 13 negatives, so there are 5 more positives as our answer. So positive 5 is our answer, and that is choice, the last one there. Okay. Question number 5. We're just adding integers here. Did you know that you can change the order? This is called commutative property of addition. And you can actually just switch the direction of these. So you would have 37 plus minus 24. And essentially, that's just 37 minus 24. And I like to do it vertical. So 7 minus 4 is 3. 3 minus 2 in the tens place is 1. So you're left with 13. C is your answer. All right, question number 6. Which expressions have a product? Product here means to multiply of 48. The end result is 48. Okay, so this is a positive 48. This one is a negative 48. So that would be a no. Negative times negative is a positive, so this one matches. Again, negative times a positive would be a negative. This would equal a positive 48, so this one matches. And this would equal a negative 48, so not that one. So B and D is our answer for question number 6. Number 7, you have negative 4 to the 5th power. Dr. Berger was his name, and he said, when in doubt, that's right, I loved it so much. When in doubt, write it out. And this includes exponents. So you have 5 of them, right? You know, it's Christmas time, and so this is how I order 5 of those for my kids. Well, that means there's 5 of the negative 4s. That's how many you added into your shopping cart, okay? And you could just multiply these or put in the calculator. Negative 4 gives me 16. Negative 4 times negative 4 is 16. And so you multiply these together, you'll get 256 times the negative 4. And if you multiply those, you will get negative 1024. Some common mistakes are for students to ignore the negative sign. And again, that is not multiplication, it is a tiny 5. All right, for question number 8, which of these quadratic equations intersects the x-axis at x equals 3? So I'm just going to draw myself a quick picture. And, you know, if I did something like this, well, where is any of these going to cross at x equals 3? Okay, so if I factor each of these, which we did back in first semester, a lot of you guys did guess and check, which is fine, that's how I learned. 2 numbers that multiply to be negative 15, so that's your A, B, and C. You could do something like this. Whoa. Negative 15 and negative 2. This would give us 5 and 3, so negative 5. And positive 3. And then if you set this equal to 0, zero product rule, you'll get x equals negative 3. So that one does not cross the x-axis right there in that little box. All right, let's try a different one. Let's try red. So if I factor these, and then you set it equal to 0, and you solve, you do have negative 3. So this one matches. Let's double check the rest of these. So this one, x, 2 numbers are 4 and 3. This will be positive, this will be negative. And this is negative 3. That one does not match. Negative 3. This one matches. That's what I wanted. Okay, that one matches. And let's try another one in a different color. So let's factor this one. 2 numbers that multiply to be 30 are 10 and 3. And if they're both positive. This one doesn't look to be factorable, right? 30. Okay, so that's not going to work. So C is our answer for number 8. Number 9, just look at the first box. So this box right here, if I factor this, that's what we're trying to do. Two numbers that multiply to be 24 and add to be 10 are 4 and 6. So this would be x plus 4, x plus 6, and that'll be choice, the second one. Okay, so the next one says the second box, which would be this one right here. So again, two numbers that multiply to be negative 24, and they add up to be 10. Those two numbers are going to be 4 and 6. They're both negative. Ooh, those two numbers don't work. How about 12 and 2? 12 times negative 2 equals negative 24, and they add to be 10. So I'm going to do x plus 12, x minus 2. And that would be the last one. And third box, so this one right here. Two numbers that multiply to be negative 45, and then add to be negative 12. My two numbers are going to be 45 and 1, 9 times 5. 15 and 3. I think that's the winning combination here. And this one has to be bigger because if you add those together, it equals negative 12, and you multiply those to be negative 45. So I'm going to have x minus 15 and then x plus 3. In question 9D, so same thing, we're going to have 45 and negative 14. I can use my numbers on the other side. So it looks like 9 and 5. And if they're both negative, those multiply to be a positive 45 and then add to be negative 14. So x minus 9, x minus 5, and that would be choice top one. And then the last question, well, last two. In the first box, what happens when you put x equals 2? So every x value, I'm going to put in 2. And let's change that. So I have x squared minus 9 times x plus 14. And so that becomes 4 minus 18 plus 14. And then that's 18 minus 18 gives me 0. And then this one is telling us, let's make every x value negative 3. Let's go ahead and make every x value negative 3. So that would become negative 3 squared is 9 plus 27 plus 14. So I have 36 plus 14, and this would give me 50 as my answer. And those are our answers. Hopefully that was helpful for you guys. We'll see you later. Bye.
It started out with graphene, and then it went to functions. I'm doing FOIL to solve x. Next is the expressions. Now I have to see if x is equal to or greater than 3. Now you make that point on the x-axis. Wait, was it a positive 3 or a negative 3?